So, Ecce Discipli, and welcome to the video on the imperfect tense. We've been introduced to it in our reading for this chapter, but this video will go into a little bit more detail. Let's go ahead and get started. Once you finish this video, you should go back into the Google form and finish filling out those questions so I can give you credit for watching this. Ready, go! Alright, so let's take this sentence from chapter 12. Dawas eam tunica aripit et baculo wereberat. I'm just going to translate these subject and verbs here. We have a subject here, a verb, and a verb. So dawas, and then aripit, grabs, and beats. All well and good, that's stuff we know. Let's take a look at comparison for a different sentence. Alright, here we have a sentence from this chapter. Let's look at our subject, we get our verb. We have Cyrus, and from the chapter vocabulary here, we're going to actually translate this word a little differently. We're going to translate this one as was beating or kept beating. So here we have a bit of a different translation. We have beats up here, but was or kept beating here. What's the difference between these two verbs? Let's look at another example. Alright, here we have another sentence. Necesse est igitur facere id quod iubet. It is necessary, therefore, to do that which he orders. Okay, we're looking at that specific verb here. Let's take a look at one of the sentences from this chapter. Alright, in this sentence, Cornelius Cyrum identidem iubebat equos incitare. Cornelius kept ordering, as it's given in our glossary. Cornelius kept ordering Cyrus again and again to spur on the horses, or to urge on the horses. What's the difference here between iubet and iubebat? He orders versus kept ordering. So the main difference we're having here is that we notice iubet is present tense versus iubebat, which is past tense. And this is because we're learning a new tense. This is called the imperfect tense. Okay, it's called imperfect because it's not finished. It is not complete, and it kept happening over and over again over time. So to review, the imperfect tense is specifically a past action. Specifically, the imperfect tense is a repeated or habitual action, like we saw in the story. Kept ordering, or were working, or were watching. These are things that happened over time and weren't just one short instance. We want to translate the imperfect tense with a couple key words. Was or were, used to, kept. These are all good translations of the imperfect tense. We don't want to use a simple ed because that's a tense that we're going to learn later. We're going to learn more about the formation next chapter, but specifically, just for right now, I want you guys to hone in on the sign of the imperfect tense, which is the BA. Okay? That BA is going to indicate to you that you should translate was or were. Think of an imperfect sheep. And this is very imperfect because I am bad at drawing. Imperfect sheep uses BA because sheep go ba. So remember that. If you see a BA, that means it's imperfect. Alright, go ahead and finish that Google form, and I'll see you in class. Walete.